People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news is an update about that incident that occurred in Hayes, Clarendon. And this is just an update to give some sort of clarity to the whole situation. Now people, there's been all sorts of drama, all sorts of rumors, all sorts of allegations, because the residents were claiming that the Popo basically had some sort of shootouts, or the Popo claimed that there was some sort of shootouts. And the residents were saying that the police caught up the youth them in the car, the 9 persons that were in the car, and it caused them to crash and they lost their life based on the impact and also based on getting caught up in the car. Now people, since the physical evidence, since the videos, since new information have come out, it is obvious that there was no sorts of gunshot in the car based on the videos, based on pictures that are out there on social media. Some people, it seems as if these persons might have died on impact. Now people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. This is just based on the videos. A lot of or all of the mirrors and windows in the car, they were out. So therefore, the point that I'm trying to make is that shots could have gone through the window and we didn't see anything. However, when we look in the car, there was no sorts of red, there was no sorts of blood. So therefore, more than likely, if 9 persons were in a car and them get caught up, more than likely, there would have been at least a speck of blood on the seat somewhere in the car, point blank and period. Now people, this thing happened because of a couple of reasons. Because of holidays, because persons were violating disaster risk management, the curfew, because we saw that the Popo, they were operating in very bad condition as it pertains. So it was dark out there. There was no sorts of light, no sorts of floodlight for the Popo to see exactly what was going on in the dark. So people, based on the information from the Popo, it is said that there was some sort of shootout after the impact of the car hitting some sort of GPS pole. However, they were not sure if the shootout or the firing was coming from people from the car or from external forces. We are speaking about badminton at the era. So people, that is what caused the controversy and that is what caused the conflicting stories, because the truth and the fact is that I am going to let you take a look to the scene of the crime in which the Popo were operating. So therefore you would see that they were operating in the dark. Take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Man get shot, man. How we carry it over this up? Find one more man, like somebody get shot again.
So people, like you can clearly see or you cannot see, is that they were operating blind. They were operating in the dark. So therefore, when the residents heard the impact, when the residents heard all sorts of gunshot, they would not know where it was coming from. They would not know if somebody, some external bad men were shooting after the Popo, vice versa. Nobody would know. Likewise, the Popo, because like I said, they are operating without proper equipment, without the gears that are necessary for situations such as this. So therefore, that is where there is where the controversy and the drama could come in. Now people, like I said, based on the information from the residents, it is conflicting with the information from the Popo. The residents are saying that these youths, the 2 persons that lost their life and the 5 persons that were injured, it was as a result of the shootout or from the fire from the Popo. However, the top Popo in the era, he had something else to say. So people, take a look to exactly what he has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Alright, morning, Christopher Phillips, Superintendent of Police, in charge of operations for Clarendon. As you can see, we are having a demonstration. The residents of the Hayes community are demonstrating based on an incident that we last night. I've reviewed the incident with my crime officer and other investigators who came on the scene and the persons who were involved. From the initial account, what we got is that a team was in location in the Hayes area. The police team came to purchase food items. It's the curfew time, so they wanted to have some food for after the curfew. On their way back, they observed a vehicle driving in a particular manner, committing several breaches of the road traffic act. The police basically, tried to signal the vehicle to stop. Now, this unit is a marked police unit, but the unit does not have the blue light affixed at the top of it. So the team decided to wait until they were in an area that was properly lit. So the the vicinity of the Money Must team, they drove up beside the unit and signaled the driver to stop the unit. The driver, recognizing that it was a police unit, put on his four-way and sped off. Alright, so much so causing, danger to other motorists on the road and so on. The police unit was not able to keep up with them any at all. So during that time, they called for assistance from police control for another unit in the south to intercept the vehicle. When they went, the next sighting of that vehicle was in the Watsontown primary area where the vehicle actually collided in a light post down there. The police reported that they saw persons on the ground. That's what they gave me. So they went to assist the persons on the ground. In doing so, persons close to the crash unit fired at the police team that came on location. They returned fire thereafter. As to whether or not those persons were in the vehicle, we are not in a position to say if they were traveling in the vehicle or if these were culprits who came to help themselves on location. So far, there is no evidence that the persons who succumbed to their injuries as a result of being shot by the police. There is no evidence of that. Notwithstanding, further investigations will be done to determine all of that, but there's no evidence of it. What we saw evidence of is that these persons are youngsters. They appeared to be drinking, as in the unit. We saw a lot of alcohol beverages within the unit. Alright? So that's basically what happened. The persons were assisted to the Clarendon hospital. So far, we have put together the best possible team to start the investigation and to confirm some other things to us as to what happened. Indicom was on location last night, and so we are now in the process of doing a thorough investigation. But from all indication, there are clear signs of lawlessness, and if the persons had complied with the police, maybe we would have had a situation where we saved those persons. I learned also that the persons who succumbed are actually persons who work with the police, who are part of the police youth club. So we know these persons, these are persons who we work with. We know that they were coming from a grave digging, during that hour. But we are doing our investigation to, reveal exactly the truth about the whole situation. But as to some of the things that have been propagated, we're not seeing any evidence of it. Persons are saying that the police team, shoot up the vehicle, all of those things. Those are not true. And as responsible persons, we have to be mindful that some of the persons on social media aren't trained journalists. So people will just video and speak a lot of things that we have to be mindful of. And of course, it has infuriated the people who are here so much so that we have in this situation now. But we are trying our best to have the area cleared, and we will try and meet with the people and to see if we can bring a quick result to to the incident.
Can you tell us how the persons who died, or did they die in the crash? Did they die from gunshot wounds? Can you describe this?
Right. I am only told that there is no evidence so far that they received gunshot wounds, but I was told that they died of head injuries. I'm not the expert, so we're still waiting on those autopsy reports to confirm some of those things. But from the initial case, we're being told that no.
Okay. Can you give us any identifying information in terms of who the young men are that died, the men are?
I wouldn't want to reveal that just now.
Okay. As it relates to the situation behind you, your team, including additional help you get from your soldiers, came to clear the road within 15-20 minutes. It's blocked again. How are you going to manage cauterize the situation this morning? Have you seen any answers?
Well, we are getting additional resources to do so. We'll get the tractor to come and assist in clearing the road. And of course, in these situations, we do need dialogue to communication with the persons. And we're going to seek to do that also, because these are persons that we serve in our community. Most of these persons are known to us. They have been good to us so far, and we really would not want to destroy that relationship because of this very unfortunate situation, which we believe could have been averted if we had the compliance.
Now, people, after listening to that audio, voice notes, it is obvious that the SSP, he is doing some sort of damage control. And people, regardless of the facts, this is a very unfortunate incident. It could have been easily avoided had these people listened. However, what we find is that the controversy, it comes because it seems as if the Popo might be trying to distance themselves completely, taking zero responsibility for whatever happened, whatever transpired. And we see that there is a genuine distrust, lack of trust between residents and the Popo. So therefore, it is because of the reputation. So the point that I am trying to make is that because the Popo, they are trying to distance themselves, it seems as if instead of 100% truth, what we're getting is some sort of doctored truth or half-truth. However, people, the evidence, the physical evidence, that is something else. Now, what we realize in this case is that, like I said, this could have easily been avoided. So what we find hype, we find ideas, and we find youngsters that are being youngsters. They are partying. Based on the evidence from the Popo, it is said that there was all sorts of containers of Jerry and Neville. So therefore, you know that their thoughts, frame of thoughts, might have been impaired based on that alone. Now, people, the truth and the facts is that if you're hard ears, if you was drinking, it would not justify somebody losing their life. However, people, under the condition, confusion, anything could have easily happened. So people, we have to ask the question, why is there so much conflicting information? Like them say, there's always 3 to 4 sides to every story, and people, in this, we see that there's a whole lot of sides. In one case, the Popo, they are saying that the car was marked, the vehicle. As it pertains to the residents, they are saying that it is unmarked car. However, the problem that definitely caused all of this is all of the gunfire. Based on the Popo, when they roll up on the scene after the car hit the pole, they came under fire and they returned fire. They did not know if it was coming from the persons that were in the car or external. So people, there is where the problem lies. No sort of lighting, so people are operating blindly. Persons are operating based on what they hear and how they feel about the situation. However, the big question is this: did these persons lose their life, get injured because of the impact, or was it because of some sort of fire coming from the Popo or external forces, bad man, like the top SSP said? People, evidence, autopsy, all of that will come out. The truth will come to light sooner or later. So at the end of the day, whoever is lying, it will come to light. However, will these people get any sort of justice? Who was wrong? Who was right? Who caused all of these people? That is all up to determination. So people, like me say, the future will tell you exactly what is going to happen, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.